The 2021 FA Cup final was the final match of the 2020-21 FA Cup and the 140th FA Cup final. Played at Wembley Stadium in London, England, on the 15th of May 2021. It was contested between Chelsea and Leicester City. Youri Tielemans scored the only goal of the game as four-time runners-up Leicester City won 1-0, claiming their first FA Cup title. As winners, they will qualify for the 2021-22 UEFA Europa League group stage, unless they qualify for the Champions League group stage through their league position. The match was among events where the return of large crowds of spectators was piloted after the COVID-19 pandemic in England. It also was used as a pilot event for the use of COVID passports. But these were not mandatory. The match was televised live in the United Kingdom on BBC One and BT Sport 1. UK radio coverage was provided by BBC Radio 5 Live, TalkSport and local BBC radio stations BBC Radio London and BBC Radio Leicester. This was Chelsea's 15th FA Cup final appearance and their fourth in the last 5 seasons. However, they had only won one of those, 2018's 1-0 win over Manchester United. They had won 8 of their previous 14 finals, although 7 of those wins had come since 1997. Leicester City appeared in 4 FA Cup finals prior to 2021, losing them all. Their most recent appearance was in 1969, when they lost to Manchester City. In the club's 118 previous meetings, Chelsea had won 57, Leicester City 27 and the remaining 34 were draws. In their 7 previous FA Cup ties, Leicester had never beaten Chelsea. However, on the 19th of January 2021, in their most recent meeting in the 2020-21 Premier League, Leicester won 2-0. This was the first FA Cup final since 2013 held before the Premier League season ended. With 2 league games remaining, Leicester were in 3rd place, 2 points ahead of Chelsea in 4th. Leicester went into the final as the only prior league champions of England not to have won the FA Cup. As a Premier League team, Chelsea entered the competition in the 3rd round with a home match against League Two side Morecambe. Chelsea won 4-0 with goals from Mason Mount, Timo Werner, Callum Hudson-Odoi and Kai Havertz. In the 4th round, they played Championship side Luton Town at home. At Stamford Bridge, Chelsea won 3-1 with a hat-trick from Tammy Abraham. In the 5th round, they played away at another Championship team, Barnsley. At Oakwell, Chelsea advanced after a Sol Abraham goal in a 1-0 victory. In the quarter-finals, Chelsea played fellow Premier League side Sheffield United at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea won 2-0 with an own goal from Oliver Norwood and one from Hakeem Ziyech. In the semi-finals at neutral Wembley Stadium, Chelsea played Premier League leaders Manchester City and reached their 4th final in 5 years, following a 1-0 win and another goal from Ziyech. As a Premier League team, Leicester City started in the 3rd round, away at EFL Championship Stoke City. At the Bet365 Stadium, Leicester won 4-0 with goals from James Justin, Mark Albrighton, Ios Perez and Harvey Barnes. In the next round, they were drawn away at EFL Championship Brentford and won 3-1 at the Brentford Community Stadium, with goals from Cengiz Under, Youri Tielemans and James Maddison. In the 5th round they played fellow Premier League Brighton and Hove Albion at home. At their King Power Stadium, Leicester City won 1-0 with a goal from Kelechi Iheanacho. In the quarter-finals, they were drawn at home against fellow Premier League Manchester United and won 3-1 with 2 goals from Iheanacho and 1 from Tielemans. In the semi-finals at neutral Wembley Stadium, they played fellow Premier League Southampton and reached the final on a 1-0 win with an Iheanacho goal. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic in the United Kingdom, football matches in England had not been played before a crowd larger than 8,000 since March 2020. It was planned by the Football Association that the FA Cup final would be part of a pilot scheme to allow fans to attend. The English Football League had also delayed the 2021 EFL Cup final in the hope of being able to admit supporters under the same pilot scheme. On the 14th of March 2021, It was announced that up to 20,000 fans would be able to attend the final after it was selected for the pilot. This also came as Wembley was due to host several matches and the final of UEFA Euro 2020 in the summer. Initially, the government planned that fans would have to provide evidence of their COVID vaccine status. However, following opposition, the government announced fans would not need vaccine passports but would still have to provide evidence of a recent negative COVID-19 PCR test in order to enter the stadium. Chelsea entered the match having lost the previous year's final to Arsenal. Leicester City, on the other hand, reached their first FA Cup final since 1969. The match was broadcast live in the United Kingdom on both BBC One and BT Sport 1. The BBC One coverage was presented by former Leicester City